Hey, it's the Larry and Steve show, starring Larry and Steve, with special guest stars Larry and Steve of Larry and Steve and the Band. Anyway,
Exactly.
That's how I feel about Dork sometimes.
Well, it's a good. Instead of us just chatting through texting, it's actually us chatting through talking. So it's way better.
It's more fun, right?
Yes,
that's the way I look at it. We've talked about this a lot, but this is like my favorite thing in the week.
same. Well, yeah. No, go on.
No, I was just gonna, and that's why I miss poor Mark, because
we have not figured out the right day for him yet. I think that's what it is.
I had that thought today. I'm like, are we just trying to do it on a bad time for him? And he just doesn't want to tell us because he's just so stressed out. I don't know.
Yeah. We should press him a little more to be like, is there a day that makes more sense? And then what we do is kind of what we're doing now is we just set it. We make it. That's the time we do it each time. And hey, if you can make it, great. If you can't make it, great. Whereas it seems like consistently Friday is not the day. So so it's like I could probably do Thursdays. We just got to plan.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. But so what's new in the realm in the Young household?
I have I don't know if you know my friend Simon Vesford. You've seen him around, maybe not, because he's a prop guy. I'm not sure.
Okay. Name sounds familiar. You might have mentioned it before.
Yeah, I'm not sure he fools around on my regular forum. But anyway, he lives in Denmark, and he just loved that new Leonardo DiCaprio movie, One Battle After Another.
One Battle. Yep.
I haven't seen it yet, but Walker did, and I spoke to him a little about it after I told him this story, and he's like, "Oh my god, that's great." Because old Simon and I guess we know each other because we're big fans of Blade Runner.
Okay.
But we were the one guys that right at the beginning, they're like, you people, calm down. 2049 is amazing. Just go see it again.
Right, right.
Anyway, so I don't know if you remember, we had those weird bottles that looked like they belonged in the in the Blade Runner universe, and we got those cool decals.
Yes.
Simon cut those in Denmark and offered them for sale. And so that's how we got to be.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Got to be pals, because I was like, are you going to do the Japanese things? The bento boxes. And I kind of went nuts. And he's like, I've never talked to anybody that was like going into it like me. So that's how we got to be pals. Anyway, he liked this thing, and he's like, because it's Denmark. I don't know if it's a tariffs or whatever, but people just don't want to ship stuff to Denmark.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And so this happens a lot, send it to your buddy in America and they ship it to you as a gift, and it's all good. Right.
Right.
So we've done that for each other a few times. We find weird European stuff that he thinks I'll like. He'll be like, hey, can you get me some random thing and I'll trade you? And I'm like, it's fun,
Yeah, of course.
So his latest thing is he needs a Bass Pro Shops hat.
Okay.
6 cans of a specific can of Modelo beer.
Oh, funny.
Modelo Especial. Fortunately, it's like everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, like you probably fall over it walking into a Safeway.
Well, there's 2 different. They use a logo where the ends extend a little past the thing to make it seem like, and he doesn't want that. He wants one that's flat. I'm like, bro, I got you covered. I understand. And but the big thing is there's a particular kind of rifle case with camo from Cabela Sports.
Okay, sure.
And I'm like, that's probably what they don't want you sending to Denmark, or it's because of the weird shape. It's crazy expensive, and they don't want to.
So it's like is it like a long rifle case?
Yeah, it's a rifle bag. It's basically a backpack that just fits one rifle, and some shotgun shells or whatever.
Got it.
And I said that's probably what they don't want in Denmark for.
Oh yeah, probably from a custom standpoint, right?
Or it's just a weird shape, so it's going to just be prohibitively expensive to ship, right?
Right.
So I get everything, and you would get along with him, because in the middle of this, he's like, "Oh, do you mind if you throw in? There's this videotape that I just bought, this VHS tape," and I'm like, "Bro, I know all about it." So you just send me the link, and I'll take care of that for you too.
Right.
Don't even have to explain. It's like it's some obscure thing that is impossible to find, but when you find it, it's $8. You know what I mean? You probably have it on your thing.
That's funny. It's probably it's sitting behind me, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't even remember. While we're talking later, I'll look it up on the
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
what it
that's
is, and
funny.
you'll go, oh yeah. So I get all this stuff arranged, and I put it in one box, and I go to UPS, and they go, oh, great, that's $1,300. And
What?
I'm like, Merry Christmas. I just
Yeah.
walked out. I didn't even like have a
Right.
conversation with them.
That
So
much?
that was just bananas. So I went back home and I took the little stuff and put it in its own box.
Yeah,
and
small
then,
little thing, probably. Yeah.
And then I called Simon. I'm like, hey man, I don't know if you want this thing like pristine, but if I fold it in half, it's gonna make this box a little more
Doable,
smaller.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, more like a box and not like
This long
thing
tubey
of
kind of
fishing
thing.
rods or whatever. And he's like, no, fine, just like anything you can do to get here. So the hat and the tape and the cans was like $50, and it turns out the rifle case was like 80. So that's like a lot, but
but not like what that was before.
It's not $1,300, right?
And you know what? It's probably just the odd shape of the box, and that's just like instantly like 50 multiplier.
Yeah. Well, so Randall works in a UPS store.
Oh, funny.
And he hears this all the time, and I'm like, well, I know you can't. We were talking about it on the air, right? So I go, I know you can't tell me the real story, but can you tell me later? And he's like, no, I just have a theory about it based on what I've seen, and we talk about this all the time, so I'm not going to get in trouble. He goes, UPS doesn't do a lot of international shipments,
right?
And so you're just paying for the single Pan Am shuttle to go up to the space shuttle.
Well, exactly.
For Henry Floyd or for Haywood Floyd.
Right. I mean, that's that. Well, so that's interesting because my brother-in-law, he retired now, but worked for the post office, a mailman forever, and every plane that flies in the United States has to take mail. It doesn't necessarily have to be loaded with mail, but if mail needs to go from an A to B, any commercial flight can take mail.
That's cool.
Which means that like most, like pretty much stuff in the United States is always going back and forth and going
somewhere. Right.
Internationally, though, that's not the case.
Right.
So then
I'm sure that's what it is.
Yeah. So then I'm also thinking like if you're like how much postage is going from anywhere to Denmark, let alone giant packages.
Right. I mean, it's a fraction, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's probably paying for a ticket on the actual plane to get.
Well, that's what Simon said. He's like, it'll be cheaper for me to fly to San Francisco and hang out with you and fly home.
Right.
I'm like, I would do that if you want.
Right. Like the luggage charge is probably like $50.
You can sleep in Mimi's cabin in the back. You just
That's fine.
But
then you got it to like 50 and 80. That seems reasonable.
The first bit was great because I went to Lakeshore and my friend Michael was there, and he's in the whenever I ship something, a lot of on the labels I have a little shield thing and it says San Francisco office. So he freaked out because he knew what it was. It turns out he's a big Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan. So I'm like, I'm not gonna, I come here every day. I'm not gonna ask you like what your working thing is, but I'll throw a couple of my books in the car and I'll drive around. And so this trip, I finally met up with him.
Oh, that's
cool. Oh my God, I got the books in the car, man. And he's like, okay, cool, go get them.
Yes.
Because it's going to take me a while to do this.
To actually even process this. Yeah.
The customs form, right?
Oh yeah.
But I had done everything online. I just had to pay for it. So he had stuff to input and, but the barcode's there. So he scans it and we just had a chat. It was great.
Nice.
The next day, well, I talked to Simon because he's in Denmark. It's like 18 hours difference or something crazy. So we're always like, when I'm asleep, he's sending me emails, and when he's sleeping, I'm answering him. So everything kind of takes a day. So I clear it with him. He sends it, and I go to the post office, but there's this old woman there, and she's like really tense. I'm like, look, my aunt was the postmaster 03603, and she goes, New England? I'm like, yeah, it's New Hampshire. And she goes, oh, middle of the state? And I'm like, yeah, Charlestown. She's like, oh, okay. And I said,
that's kind of crazy.
I'm never gonna yell at any postal service ever.
Right.
I get it. Like, and this time of year, whatever. And so I always put my timer on for myself, right? Because I start to freak. Like 10 seconds goes by and I think it's been an hour.
Right.
And I look and it's like,
oh, it's been, yeah, exactly.
It's a thing for me, right? But I had it on and I put it in my pocket. I wasn't referring to it because I'm talking to her. And she's like, so happy you've done the online stuff. All I have to do is scan it, blah, blah, blah. And something didn't work. And so she input it 3 times. She just would screw it up in a different way every time.
Oh,
I had to start over. I was getting angry. Now, when we started, there's no one in the place, and now there's 9 people because I turn around and look.
Like, oh yeah,
just being really
whatever.
And she's like, I'm so sorry, and I'm like, it's okay.
Right.
Don't worry. Don't spend a brain cell telling me you're sorry. The time is going to take the time it takes. I'm here with you.
Right.
Like if it takes much longer, I'll go get coffee for you. And she just looked at me. But a couple guys laughed in the back, you know.
Right.
And it took 15 minutes and 44 seconds. So I'm like, she's like, I'm so sorry for the wait. I'm like, happy holidays.
Right. Well, listen, it's still solving for you and is moving forward. So it's still, but my fascination with the post office is always, for as much as they do. Well, you know what it was? My brother-in-law would always say this. He goes, see, here's what you don't understand about the post office. It never stops.
Right.
So going quick doesn't necessarily benefit you because it's still more mail.
Yeah.
The only time you're not dealing with mail is when you're not there. And he would be he would be like, so whatever I deliver in my day, it would be like, there's pre-sorting that's done in like after hours. Then he'd walk in the morning, he'd go to his like booth and he'd do a little more sorting. And then by a certain time, he'd wrap up all the packages that he had to take. And then he would go deliver. Mm-hmm. And he would be like, if I followed that time cadence, if I delivered 10 pieces or if I delivered 2 pieces, didn't matter because it's all makes its way through.
It's the time it takes.
Right. So it's like, if I do, and he would say, if I go and I scramble and I get everything done and by 2 o'clock I'm done and ready to go back to the post office, all I'm doing is going back to the post office to start this process again at 2 o'clock as opposed to the beginning of my shift tomorrow. So like why, like, so and it's the same thing with like the people that are at the register. It's like, I'm going to do this. And that's why it's kind of weird that the lady would get a little like flustered and like, but it's like, take your time, figure it out.
I think that it was just a personal thing that she felt like she wasn't doing her own job to the best of her ability and she couldn't figure it out.
Right.
And it was so clear. It's like, you used a comma instead of a period, and it's not your fault that you have to start over instead of just backspace one.
It is fascinating to me when I do ship things internationally, how I have to fill out all these forms and all this custom stuff on like paper or whatever it is. Yeah. And then I have to bring it to them. And no matter what, they still need to input that all into the system again. Right.
Well, that's because we're old.
But it's like,
remember you could just slap something on and put the stamps on and throw it, and that was it.
Right.
And it would show up. And now the rifle case.
Yeah.
Part of it is you have to select the tariff thing, right?
What category it is, right?
Like
so but it's always a gift, right?
Fucking forever. Yeah, no, not bad though.
Oh,
okay. You still have to do it for import, right? So the first bit was clothing and accessories. I forgot the middle one, but then the last bit was
is it merchandise?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe it's merchandise, clothing, accessories.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Then it's luggage, backpacks, and wallets. And I'm like, okay.
It's a backpack.
I found it. It's a backpack. It has straps.
Right.
And I folded it in half, so it kind of has the size of a backpack.
Right.
So I click everything and it says this is a restricted item. And I'm like, how is that fucking possible? Right. And I look, and in Denmark, they just don't want leather goods imported, or you have to pay extra or something. And so they're like, you can ship it if you want, but we're going to open it up and figure it out. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But like, I don't know why you would throw backpacks in there other than of course there are leather backpacks and
Sure.
purses and that shit. I get it. But there should be a little thing for like, no, my backpack is ballistic nylon.
Right.
Or no one cares. Right.
I see what you mean. Like as you're going to the varying different countries and there's restrictions, like there should be exceptions to the restriction to be like, well, this actually does qualify, as opposed to like the blanket nothing.
I mean, if you're getting so granular, I think they should, right?
Yeah.
But the best part was trying to identify the tariff code for the empty Modelo cans. Which I've done this twice now in the last 5.5 years. Bought some beers for somebody and poured them down the sink. And that was really weird, man. Because like even Mimi doesn't want to, you know?
Right.
But I made Puffer's beers from Letterkenny.
Okay.
And then, but this one, I was like, I even asked Mimi, I was like, you have a Corona every once in a while. You just want to have one of these?
Right.
He's like, nah, don't worry about it. I'm like, all right. And so I'm like, blah, 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 blah. But the whole time I was like, yeah, it's so weird. I still can't get over the feeling that I just took $8 and threw it in the street, you know?
Right, right.
Or like I should have gone to some hobo on the beach and went, hey man,
I'm gonna pour it. Yeah.
But you have to drink it right now and you gotta give me the can back.
Right. I'm gonna give you a cup. I'm gonna pour it all in. It's gonna be a big cup, but yeah, that's funny.
So what do you think the tariff code for that was?
Oh, I have no.
Yeah, I mean, there was alcohol, but that's only there to tell you can't ship it. And and
was there?
But they were empty beer cans, right? So
was like aluminum or something, or
there was metal, right?
Metal.
And so that exception though goes, no iron or steel. And I'm like, but they're not. Right. So this is not good. So I ended up putting it under collectibles.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But then it's
people collect beer cans, man.
Right.
I'm
but then
lying.
Like if you had like metal or steel, but that's probably I don't get it, man.
It's so unnecessary.
It's like
what the fuck is that adding to the world?
It's like added. Well,
I don't know.
Anyway,
speaking of that, Netflix bought Warner Brothers.
Oh,
what do you think about that?
I just was reading before I jumped on here that Paramount is fighting back because essentially, and I saw this online because Paramount's offer is actually more beneficial. It's a better buy. Okay. Is the Paramount, because the Paramount one would be giving more cash. So now Paramount's pushing back to say, why are you taking the Netflix one and not? So I heard I don't know if it's officially been signed yet.
No, it's got to go through all the various things, but they've made the offer, yeah.
Yes, but it was like what was it, like $82 bazillion?
I heard, yeah. But maybe I don't know.
So what proper? It's weird that Netflix would be buying it. But I didn't think Netflix had that much. I didn't think they had that much money.
So that's the thing. That's the thing that flips me out. That they were the mailing DVD guys.
Yeah, they were the ones
2007.
That told Blockbuster, "Hey, you want to buy us?"
Right.
Nah.
And then in 2007, the year Walker was born. So my son's entire life is in the span of his life, right? 18 years. Netflix, the streaming company, is doing so well that they acquired Warner fucking Brothers.
Yes,
I cannot get over that. I just can't.
Yeah. Like, well, but you got it. But if you think about it in another relative like technology purchasing of things and stuff like that, like think about all the companies that like the Apples of the world or these places that bought like the smaller one, but the smaller one prior was like the bigger one. Like I can't think of how many times like Hewlett Packard purchased a company that was like manufacturing a separate element of like fax machine or something like that, which was like everyone had this fax machine, and then all of a sudden like HP buys them, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, those fax machines are all gone. Oh no, they're HP. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But from an entertainment standpoint, it's kind of unusual because generally it's like the only rights you end up buying is like their is like the library.
Well,
which
that's
is why
the thing, right?
Yeah,
the Warner's library is insane.
Right.
And they've been very good. Like, I mean, I got Walker a burned DVD of the whole show of LA to Vegas.
Okay.
And like no one, it's not commercially viable enough for it to make them, but they still offer that. Like I just think that's amazing, and I hope that doesn't go away because I love the physical media, man.
Oh, well, of course. I mean, look,
but with any luck, like Netflix and Warner Brothers will just buy like Regal Theaters or something.
Well, did you see what he said though? The founder
which,
of the Netflix, he's saying he was kind of poo-pooing on theaters and saying like he doesn't think the consumers want that. Like that's not.
Yeah, I know. That's why I hope somebody talks him into it, because I get that Netflix wants you on the couch.
Well, of course, that's their
instead of in a movie theater, but I don't know. I think there's still value to that.
I mean, the crazy part is if you do like I did the hunting of like what is actually under the Warner Brothers Discovery like corporation, like what do they own?
Yeah.
It's frigging insane.
I mean, like they're like a little mini.
Well, it's like I mean, it's we know it's the DC studio,
right? Yeah, I mean all of DC,
right? Pretty much all of DC.
Yeah,
it's like I'm just like I was just thinking the ones that like pinged in my brain. Dark Castle Entertainment, which is huge.
Okay.
That's the Joel Silver, the one with Zemeckis and all that stuff.
Right, all those guys. Yeah.
Yep. Then you have like trying to look, where were the other ones? The home video distribution rights to the Canon Picture Film Library, which is crazy. That's New Line Cinema.
I knew New Line.
Then not only Dark Castle, but they also have Castle Rock Entertainment, which is insane.
That makes sense.
Turner Entertainment Company,
that's cool though. Castle Rock has their own studios in like Utah and New Mexico and stuff.
Right.
They shoot stuff there. Like I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
But then the crazy part is a lot of the Castle Rock. This is like the rabbit hole I went down when this was all breaking this morning. Is like then the Castle Rock stuff technically is what the Castle Rock Entertainment are the ones that are doing all the work with Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Because they have a core. They have something that they're doing with. So it's like there's a lot of intermingling of like production studios and stuff that just like don't add up or don't like. There's not a clean line to break this all apart. But like, all right, but then Turner Entertainment Company, then the MGM Film Library pre-May 1986. Okay, that's like what, a bazillion movies?
Wow, that's crazy.
Right. It's like a portion of United Artists Library.
That's why they offer like single burned DVDs and Laserdisc or whatever, Blu-rays,
right?
Because who's going to buy that? Something from 1956 in MGM. Well, but it's like used in every film class ever, right?
Right.
So like, I just think there's a giant value for them to keep that stuff going.
Yeah, and then there's HBO, which is crazy.
Sure.
So that's I'm not even talking about television, because then when you realize what WB owns in television, it's even crazier. Because even if just here you go, Cartoon Network, Hanna-Barbera Studio, Warner Brothers Animations. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That what is that like? That's crazy. And then obviously they own DC.
That's a lot of entertainment, man.
right. Like and then DC. It's all of DC. And then the other thing is like it's also Discovery Global, which is like the Discovery Channel, Animal Planet, HGTV, Food Network. Dude, this is like the idea that Netflix becomes the one hub of like, it could become the one hub of entertainment on television. Do you know what I mean? Or
yes, it absolutely could.
Yeah. And I think that's the vision here.
It seems like everybody saw Disney do that and are doing it as well.
Or finding similar things to grab and buy and put together.
Yeah, everybody's choosing up sides, right?
So it's like Disney has its like the ESPNs and the and the Marvels and all that stuff. So there you go. Yeah, exactly. It's nuts. When you go down the list, it's pretty like insane the lot. And then the craziest part is, how does this purchase change the licensing agreements that all of these other elements have?
I mean, does it? It's just there's a new landlord. That's all that is, right?
Is it though? Because then
they're buying the contracts, right?
Sure, but like, all right, think of like Amazon Prime. Like Amazon Prime has like all of this stuff.
Oh, I see. All that nonsense if it goes, flowing around.
Right.
Like Paramount didn't have the Star Trek movies for like 6 months.
Right.
That always flipped me out. I'm like, all right.
So
hey, just real quick. Hey, Chris, I put this up for you, man. He has the best setup at his office. He's done it for a couple of years, or he's using the same picture, but either way, it's cool. Where he has that guy. I mean, like, tried to get the G.I. Joe gear as close as he had his.
That's
awesome. He got the Santa suit and then put all the like soldier stuff on it.
Oh, that's so funny.
And has him like rappelling down over his desk.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like he's coming in doing something cool. And I was like, well, I must do that too.
The funniest one I ordered, I'm waiting for it to get delivered from Amazon. I ordered an Arnold from Predator that I can, and then a Predator figure that I can hide in the Christmas tree. Have you seen,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I've seen it too many times on like Instagram and stuff, and I was like, I'm doing this, and I'm not even going to tell like Lauren or the girls, and they're going to be like, why is there an Arnold figure in the thing? That's
right. What are you doing?
That's for me. Don't worry about that.
I saw some genius took his cry cut or laser cutter or whatever, and just out of clear plastic did the Predator silhouette, but like made concentric circles inside and put it in his Christmas tree.
See,
like
that's brilliant.
Like he's in the jungle, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, can I get one of those?
Yeah. Well, the one I saw that I think is hysterical is the top of the tree of one of the ones I saw. The top of the tree, instead of the star or the angel, it's actually like the Predator with the upside down hanging dripping blood soldier. And it's so it's just like, what is that? And it's so dumb, but I laughed for like 25 minutes.
Yeah, that's great.
Anyway,
there was something else. Oh, I know. I found the video. Have you heard of Battle of Algiers?
The movie?
Yeah.
That's an old movie, isn't it?
Yeah, VHS, Ponte Corvo, very good light, staying on top side edge. That's what we bought.
Yeah, so on VHS.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like I think I've never seen it, but I know the cover really well. It's like that was
somebody's face. It's a girl's face, and then Battle of Algiers logo is like a graffiti, and then there's some tanks and guys running around at the bottom.
Oh, interesting.
I'm going to look it up after, though. I was so fixated, focused on focused on getting Simon his thing out, because not just going to Denmark, but I just kind of personally wanted to get it there as fast as I could because of the holiday season.
Oh, yeah. Get it in motion.
I sent my Christmas cards out, and like the people who didn't get Frosties, I sent it to them. And so all those packages I sent on Monday, and half of them aren't there yet. And I'm like, come on, man. What am I paying priority 2-day for when you're just going to take a week because you feel like it, right?
Post office.
But then I realized, if you send media mail or something, you can get it like in February.
Well, that's true. Well, it's always funny. That's how me and my dad have shipped stuff back and forth to one another. Is we've done media mail forever.
Yeah.
But it's always like, I don't think we've ever sent anything that's like time,
right?
Like pressing.
That's what it's for.
Right.
Yeah, you don't care when it gets there. It's media.
Yeah. And then the only time I think we ever, I think there was a time a long time ago where my driver's license, I lost my driver's license when I was in New Jersey.
Oh.
And Mark had to mail me from California, had to mail me my passport because they wouldn't actually let me. I called the airport. Can't fly.
Yeah.
So I think that was the only time it was like Mark went, and he, instead of using FedEx overnight, which was like $100, we used express mail post office, and it was like cross country at that time was like $30.
Yeah.
And it was like, holy shit. But then the concern was, am I actually going to get it the next day? And we did. So win-win.
The post office gets slammed, but before the relatively recent troubles of,
Yeah.
the various people fucking with the post office. It's insane that you can, you know, hand somebody a book and some money, and then within the week, somebody else is going to hand it to your buddy on the other side of the country. And we should just applaud that.
Oh,
because it's literally just, hey man, take that. Yeah, I got it. Okay, here, give it to that guy until it gets there, and that's amazing to me.
I mean, the thing that's always impressed me is the idea that a magazine, a piece of mail, a bill, a magazine, all moves through the wherever and makes it to every single person. That's just nuts to me.
Yeah.
And rarely does stuff get lost. It does, but rarely.
All I have to say is, you know, back in the day, I was shipping comics everywhere.
Oh, I could only imagine.
I would do 10 or 15 things 4 times a week, right?
That's crazy.
In that for 10 years. And in that entire time, whatever that math is, that's cocktail napkin. It might be even more. In that entire time, they only lost 1 package, and it turned out they just lost track of it for about 6 weeks.
Okay.
We did get it back. I'd already sent it to somebody else. You know, I'm out that money.
Right.
But it came back. So like, that's batting 1,000, because, you know, return to sender is the thing.
Well,
you know?
Yeah. Well, it was always the
amazing
fascinating thing that my
volume.
my brother-in-law would always tell me. I would be like, how does stuff get lost in the post office? And he's like, there's no place in the post office it could get lost. It has to get lost in like these weird other places.
Right.
Like it falls behind something in a mailbox, and all they do is they pull out the drawer in the mailbox. They don't go in and look. But he goes, but you look. If you're a mailman, you've been a mailman for more than a week.
You do.
You do look.
Like, could be there.
Like, right. So then it's also like, oh, okay, you dropped it off at your UPS store, which puts it in a bag, and then something didn't fall into the bag from the UPS store that goes to USPS. It's like weird stuff like that. He's like, that's so it's like when you hand it to like a mailman, or you hand it to like the person at the counter, he goes, he's never heard, well, you know, his perspective, he's like, if someone hands me their mail, a bill, that thing is going immediately in a bag that I can, like, I know I put that there. It's not like going to go in my pocket.
That's
or something.
The amazing thing, that like every step of that, there's somebody who goes, well, I'm not going to fuck this up.
Right.
Right. That's really cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. It's funny. We're spending all the time talking about the post office. that I love.
Everybody's got post office stories, though. It's like comedians saying, well, I flew in tonight. Let me tell you about the food. Everybody's got an airplane joke because they're fucking flying from, you know, comedy show to comedy show.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I got a question. I got a question for you.
Yes, sir. I
just saw the Star Trek Academy picture. So my question for you is this if I remove the Star Trek Academy title and wrote One Tree Hill?
Yeah.
Is there a difference?
No.
Is that what it really is going to be?
Yes. And here's the awesome thing about this is that we just found, you know, people paying attention found out that that whole thing is shot in Pinewood, Toronto.
Okay.
And they built the biggest set for Star Trek ever for some fucking reason. And they have to dismantle all of their sets and either junk them or store them by January 31st because of their contracts. So that fucking show's over before it has started. So no matter what you think of it, which we can get into if you want.
Yeah, I'd love to.
But just from a business standpoint, that's Aquaman 2. It doesn't matter how good your thing is. No one's going to watch it because who cares? It's already canceled. Right. It's 2 years of stuff. All right, I guess, if there's nothing going on, but like you just cut the nuts out of that show. And plus, oh my God, they're saying Holly Hunter, while being an amazing actress, is just not a Star Trek person, doesn't get the chair thing that you have to do.
Interesting.
And that's what got Genevieve Bujold, the French actress. She was originally cast as Captain Janeway, and she shot a whole day. And
it's just like,
She's like, no, and she took herself out. She's like, yeah, I'm not the person for this role. It's just, fire. She's not that kind of captain. I mean, kind of actress,
Right.
So she knew it. And
I mean, that's
crazy.
That's pretty bold, though. That's like I don't say bold,
nothing
but that's
but respect for that.
Well, that's even more like that's
right?
that. You know what though? That's always my fascination when you hear like those people that are always talking about like, oh, I won't do a sci-fi movie or I won't do that, and I'm like, have you ever heard of Harrison Ford? Do you know how much money that guy has? Like, are you really? But then at the same time, you're also like, some people just aren't into that stuff, and they're just kind of like,
I think that anybody who's saying that's not a real actor, because
you should be able to do anything.
Well, I'm basing that on dealing with comic book freelancers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, artists want to draw, right? And you're going to pay me to draw? Okay. Like the people who understand that, you never have a problem with, and that should be actors.
Right.
I want to act. Like, I know people shit on Tom Cruise, but I love that guy.
Sure.
I saw some press the other day, and he was talking about just his philosophy, and he goes, look, when you see insert shots, that's my hand holding the key. That's my boot kicking down the motorcycle. And you know why? Because I want to be on a movie set.
Right.
And the way he said it is like, fuck yeah, Tom. That's why we go to your movies, because that comes off the screen.
Right.
And he got into this really cool thing about lenses and lighting, and like how Jack Nicholson is aware of where it was great. I sent it to Walker. But that was my takeaway. It's like, if you do you want to make movies, or do you just want to like travel and sit in this trailer and work on your novel while you in between telling,
I mean,
Paul Giamatti what to do?
Right. Isn't that why like, what is it? Eric Roberts is like, he does like 100 movies a year or something like that. He's like, I'll do 1,000 movies a year. Like, you're asking me to do this? I'll be anybody. What do you want me to do? You
can really tell the workaholics, like, because even somebody like Tom Cruise, he's got the Oscar gold, I mean, not Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks.
Right.
You don't have to sell anybody that Tom Hanks knows what he's doing.
Right.
And I heard this thing he's talking about League of His Own. They were at League of Their Own, the baseball girl movie.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, that one scene when there's no crying in baseball, like, how many times did you shoot that? Your face was really red. And he told a funny story. But my takeaway was at the end, he's like, I got to eat hot dogs and play ball and hang out with these girls all summer long. Like, what?
Right.
They paid me to do that. Like, no complaints.
Well, that was,
So just can I tell you real quick? So I did that to lead up to, I sent Walker this thing, and he says to me this morning, he shot a movie from 7:30 to 3:30 yesterday, had time for a lunch and a 20-minute nap, his class, and from 7 to midnight shot another movie with some friends of his. And I'm like, yeah, it's a long day, man. And he's like, what? And give up show business?
Right.
So like, those are the people you want doing that stuff.
Oh, 100%. Well, and
or Netflix, Amazon, whatever the corporation is.
Well, whatever they, what do they change the name? That's an interesting thing to think about. But I was jumping back to like Benicio del Toro was talking about the like how he picks his roles now, and he's just like, hey man, it's just like people I want to work with and things I want to do, and like I'm like, all right, that's an
awesome place to be in your career.
Oh God, well the fact
I'd rather
that people
be
still
Eric
come to
Roberts.
you. Yeah. I mean, how many movies did he make? I was looking it up the other day because it would. Let's see.
Guys like him and Michael Caine back when he was a little more spry. I would always think about the logistics of that. Like, somebody has to keep track of where you are every minute of the day if you're shooting 5 movies a year.
He's over he's over 700 films.
Eric Roberts. God bless him. He plays the master in the American Doctor Who, so I love him forever.
And now, how many does Michael Caine? Oh, see, Michael Caine's like 160. So there is a, but I think the thing with Michael Caine was always like, where is this going to be filmed? Right. Oh, okay, I'll do this. It'd be like,
the first time I heard that was Blame It on Rio. He's like, I get to go. It's We are shooting in Rio de Janeiro. Yeah,
right. It's like, oh, you're gonna put it on you're gonna film it on an island in the middle of 100%. So
you know, speaking of Eric Roberts, you said he has 400 and change.
700.
Oh, 700. That's better for what I was going to say, because I was looking up James Hong the other day. Okay, he had like 540, and I thought, oh, you can't top that. Eric Roberts did.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, I think Eric Roberts. I think he's got to be acting for over 50 years easily. Wouldn't, right?
I don't know. Is he that old? I mean, he's
one
of those guys who's kind of looked 47 for like 25 years.
Let's see. He began acting in 1978.
Dang.
So,
okay.
Yeah, 735 different productions. Hold on. Making him the 4th most prolific English-speaking actor of all time.
Do they say who the other 3 are?
That's what I need to find out.
Jerks.
And then it says 7. Wait, all right. I got actors with most credits.
All right. While you're looking at that, I got to throw up. Chris says he weighs in on Starfleet Academy.
Yes,
going to suck. Absolutely. That poster, man. The Klingon guy's like kind of hugging this other chick because, like, dude, you know I have some.
I've seen the poster. I was like blown. I was like, what is this?
You know I have some opinions about graphic design and print, right?
Just a little. Yeah.
How in God's name they didn't do a picture of the cast standing in a line, all kind of looking up in the sky with one of the starships, the USS Athena. That's the thing about their school is a ship, so they get to fly around. So they're kind of based in San Francisco, but fuck you, it's not. It's 1,000 years in the Star Trek future. The whole thing is just ass. Well, but you look up and it's hopeful, and fuck, there's my school, and I get to go out there. That not just like, I can't wait to like sleep with this half lesbian, half Tellarite.
Well, it's the old Friends poster, right?
It looked like they were making fun of like.
I think it's Friends. I think Friends. One of their promotional things was
Creek, maybe.
Yeah, with it.
You know what I mean? That's the joke, though. You can plug anything in there. Oh yeah, the OC, that kind of works.
Well, that's what I said. One Tree Hill.
One Tree Hill. Right? Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of funnier because the guy who plays Captain Decker was the dad in that. So.
Oh, the bad dad in One Tree Hill.
Star Trek. Yeah.
All right. Well,
anyway,
from what I'm looking at, there's a lot of foreigners in these lists.
That's literally what they call it in their studio. It's Star Trek 90210. They call it that.
That's sad.
Like, come on, man. Well, let's hound Walter Mosley out of the writer's room.
So the first guy, never heard of him. Second guy, Frank Welker, is an actor. He's got 857. It sounds like he may be a voice actor. It looks like he's a voice actor. Another foreign gentleman, I don't know. Fred Tatasciore.
Yeah. That's the he was the Hulk. He's a voice actor too. He's a cartoon guy.
Yes. Yep.
He's actually really cool. I like him.
And then another foreign actor.
Hey, look, Todd said he wasn't going to be able to join us because he was having dinner with his wife, but he obviously has chosen correctly. Oh yeah, Sagsag says he voices Zeb on Star Wars Rebels.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
that's for Mark. You don't care about cartoons, do you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Star Trek.
Well, I mean, like Adult Swim stuff, right?
Oh yeah, I love that. I love the crazy stuff. I dive deep into some. As I tell Walker, and we have that argument. I like old anime. I don't like this new stuff.
Yeah,
I like the Robotech one where you're looking at it and you're like, it took 20 guys drawing one panel for like 6 days, and they did like 11 million of those panels. Like it makes zero sense.
And they had an ear guy. Like I just draw the ears.
Right.
I showed him the old Speed Racer cartoons. He's like, "Yeah, this is great. What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Bro, that's anime." He's like,
"Right.
Oh, really?" It's just like, yeah. So when Steve says he likes anime, he's talking about stuff like this,
right,
and not like this bang zoom. I wish I was a boy.
Right.
That's,
although that sits in that category, it's not what I love. I think I asked him. Oh, you froze. Oh no, you go. You're back. Did he ever watch Akira?
No, we had it on VHS, and I didn't think he kept telling me he didn't care, so I went to Amoeba and
Yep, made it go away.
Somebody else had it. Speaking of that, like, when are we gonna just open our own store?
Oh,
I was walking around my office today,
and you're just like,
what? I haven't touched this Tron disc in 4 years. You know, like somebody would give me $20 for this, and I just wanted to like.
Well, I think what you need to do is what I'm doing right now is just have a nice little bin in the corner and just start putting stuff in that, and then
I think we should go one better. We take our San Diego booth, both tables, and remember that Hobbit thing with the bar and the oversized. Yes. We build a little thing like that just totally duplicates my office, and just move everything over there. And what sells, that's great, and we can just leave it for trash and go home. I won't sell the. I mean, I won't leave the Steve Uchrin books.
Oh, there you go. Yes,
but
as I've talked to my wife about this.
Have you really?
Because
God bless you. Because I talked to Mimi too.
But just about like, there's a business model there, and it's actually, and it does well, and it's like, and I take that back. It doesn't do well. It does well enough that it's something. And
yeah, my problem is I would want to have a spot out on the beach here, like on Noriega or Terraville or something, and then I have to deal with San Francisco business license bullshit.
Right.
And I just want to make this go away. Why don't I just bring a table out to the beach on Sunday and here's 5 things, kick me out.
Well, that's why I'm like, there are a bunch of businesses throughout the Bay that do elements of this, and it's kind of almost like antique store kind of stuff where it's like, hey, here's a bunch of my stuff. I'm just trying to make it go away. And then like we were talking, she's like, oh, so you just want to do like a collectible pawn shop? And I was like, well, that's kind of, I don't really want
I wouldn't put it like that, but yes, I'm listening.
Right. And I'm like, I don't really necessarily want to be buying a lot of stuff, but I want to be making stuff go away.
I get what she's saying though, because then it's like at some point your stuff will go away, and then now you have a clientele. So at some point it's not really pawning, right?
Right.
It's kind of like a comic store, except with our junk.
Yeah. With our junk, but that's her thing. That's what she said. It's like, well, yeah, but eventually you get rid of all your junk, and then are you going to keep on bringing in junk? And I was like, oh, I'm turning off the spigot for junk to keep on coming in. That's the problem.
Me not buying stuff is like, yeah, except for I got to get this Blade Runner bottle that's $450.
Right. Well, great example.
I'm never going to see that again. Anyway,
great example is my Running Man bills. So it's like, all right, well, I know I got one for Mark, and I got one for Larry, and I got one for me, but now I have 2 more. So like, what do I like? So, okay, I have 2 things for my cabinet in my junk store. Like,
right, exactly. Like that's a perfect example because I do that like with props and not toys so much, but I don't know, books too. Like I'll get one and I'm like, okay, I got it. And then a year or 2 later, oh my God, this was just grabbing me. It's like, what the fuck? That's the wall. How is it? Anyway, I'll get one thing, right?
Right.
But it's kind of beat up, but I'll never see this again. And then like 2 years later, I find a perfect one and I buy that, but now I've got 2.
Well,
but when I'm buying the perfect one that's 3 times as much money, I tell Mimi, well, I'll sell this other one, and I just never do.
Right. Well, that's always this is the conversation that me and Mark have had like thousands and thousands of times. Is like, one, we're all like this. I think me, you, and Mark are like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're collectors, but we are also like, if we have something, we want to display it and show it.
Todd just gave us our business.
Yeah. That's the moniker on the bottom of my business card.
Serve and protect.
Yeah.
Come to the van.
but it's always like we have, like you have cool stuff, you want to show your cool stuff, but then you've also know what's cool stuff, so then you buy the other cool stuff even though you can't display it, but you don't, it's not junk. You want to give it to someone that also knows it's good stuff, and it's the perpetuation of that. So it's like it's like the curation of cool stuff and showing it and sharing it, but sharing it in a way that you're selling it.
You totally put the finger on what I was trying to tell Mimi. Like, I have all those shield lanyards from the show,
right?
And I bought the exact watch case thing that was screen used because Patton Oswalt has this thing, and Tiffany Jean made all the lanyards, and I duplicated it. That is screen accurate, right?
Right.
It's just sitting in this box because I have no place to display it. And I know I could get $100 for that.
100%.
Maybe more, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just like you said, I just want to be able to put that in somebody's hands that's gonna go, fuck yeah, I didn't know I needed this, but I'm glad I'm here.
Right.
And
but
all I have to do is give this guy money.
Right.
He did all the hard work already. Like,
right.
That's kind of what I want, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it goes back to like having what we did this past year at Comic-Con, where I had like, it's just like, help me make this stuff go away.
Yeah.
Seriously? Yes. Just, I want it away. Is this stuff very expensive? No, it's not crazy expensive, but it's of value. So it's not like I'm like trying to sell you shit. But it's like
totally making me think we should take that whole like north end of the table and just have it be like a higher class of our shit, right?
Right.
Instead of like the empty popcorn tins. Of course we'll have stuff like that because that's kind of fun in its way.
But if you threw like a handful of those pieces, like say you threw the shield thing or like
thing, just sitting there, that's gonna draw people's things. Maybe I sell a couple more books. Who knows, right?
Right. Yeah.
But maybe I'm just saying if I start bringing in targeted stuff like that.
You upclass what that is.
Association with stuff we have.
Yes.
Like I have four angry girlfriends left. These are now $200.
Right.
Even though it's
it's
been written on. It's been defaced.
I have 5, so I still have 5.
Oh, you still have yours?
Yeah. What
oh God,
they're in my I was gonna bring them last year, but then I think we kind of like were like maybe we should, was that last year because that was post original year of Angry Girls.
No, it was the year before.
But
not this past. Yeah, anyway, who cares?
But to your point, like I have high end stuff, I should say, that I would love to just like have out. Like I have all that I can't like I have stuff that like I can't really sell on eBay because it's not convenient to sell.
Yeah.
The market's the wrong market. And it's like I have I have a bunch of framed the marquees from like arcade machines.
Oh yeah.
So like when my buddy was
like
when I had all the arcade
things.
but the top pieces.
But I
have a bunch of them framed. They're really nice.
Yeah.
Like I could try to put them on eBay, but no one will ever buy them. I put 2 of those like out at the table at like Comic-Con for like 150.
Art.
They're gone. Like I have Avengers. Yeah. I have the Avengers one. Like
let's think about that.
Yeah. So I think to your point, like if you high end it a little bit, like
yeah.
Anyway,
Todd's got a great point here, and as a former comics retailer,
yes,
that I 95 long boxes is pretty impressive.
That's insane. But
I had 14 in college under my twin bed. And I sold all that to fund my trip to LA and living in California. But I kept 2. And now in my garage, I still have those 2 and stuff I printed.
Yes.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Like I kind of don't even care about comics anymore. So selling it, once you sell your first comic, they're just cans of corn, man.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'm the most nostalgic guy, the most like dopey, sentimental, romantic fool ever, and I'll be like, I remember when I bought this, first appearance of whoever.
Well, do you? What was it? Was Superboy? What was your first? I remember we've talked about
Superboy 145.
Yeah. Do you have?
Like I know
you have that book? Do you have that book?
I don't have that copy, but I do have
a copy.
A copy that is in the condition that seems like it would have been had I kept it that whole time.
I mean, like you're probably in the same boat I am, because like I still have, and I think I had 30 long boxes when I was in New Jersey.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And then over the course of my
95 though, Todd.
That's a lot. But then over the course of like 10 years, me traveling back and forth from New Jersey, or my dad traveling back and forth from New Jersey, we just got all 30 boxes out.
Oh, no kidding! Like one or two at a time. That's great.
And I've sold everything, but like I'm to the point now where when it comes to comic books, like they are strictly like reading material. I don't collect them in that way. I have probably like 5 comic books that I'll never get rid of. Like I have the first comic book I ever bought, the first comic book my dad ever gave me.
Dang.
I have my giant size X-Men #1, but the only reason I have that is because I had to do 500 eBay auctions for it. So there was labor involved in me getting that book. But it's like I have like 5 comics that I would put over here. Everything else would go. And it would be like whatever you gave me for it, I'd be happy because I bought it for $1.
That's how I am too. Hey, and that charming story though of yours reminded me of, I do have the first comic book that meant anything to me as a boy.
Okay, that's awesome.
And it's like a Doctor Who time traveling story. So, my grandfather was dying of whatever when in 1973.
Okay,
I think it was emphysema, and so it was earlier because I was 6, 1969, and so we go to the house and they have a little, you remember in the old days, you'd have like a bucket between like 2 easy chairs that had magazines and TV guide and shit. So at their house, they had this thing, and in it was my uncle's 1957 Zorro comic, but it's fucking drawn by Alex Toth.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so I'm 6, and I don't really understand what's going on. Grandpa's sick,
Sure.
and so everybody's being super cool to me and my sister. And so I remember they bought us like a Batman and Robin record that we listened to, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And so I have some of that stuff from then because by the time we got back home, I understood what was happening.
Sure.
And I'm never going to see Grandpa again. And so I sort of associated with these pop culture objects, right? Anyway, so in the 1983, I think my grandmother dies. And so we're going to take care of her house. And that fucking Alex Toth book is in that thing still.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, everybody's like, oh, do you want this? Does this mean something to you? You're going to have a fight about it? And I'm like, honestly, like I have great memories of Graham and all the stuff she's given me.
Right.
I'm not going to fight with my mom and her brother about shit. Right.
Right.
But I really insist that
I need to have the Zorro
comic. And my uncle burst into tears. And he's like, yes, I would be honored that means so that cool to you. Because it was his, right?
Yeah.
When he was a teenager. So, I don't know. I think maybe that's why I like the pop culture stuff, man, right there.
Now the thing that you should have that in a frame, like on the side or something like that. Like
I know exactly where it is.
See, that's cool.
It's not on display.
Yeah, but see, the one that's, like I said, that's why I think me, you, and Mark get along so well, because we do display a lot of things. And then we also have the sentimental that we also don't display, but it's more personal in that sense, where it's why does someone want to look at my, Gru 12 comic? Like that doesn't really make sense in the background. Little do they know it's the first one I bought myself, but that's not here nor there. So
Gru 12.
Yeah.
Here's another good one. X-Men 30 signed by Nicole Miller. She designed Jean's wedding dress.
That's
that's a funky thing to have.
I did that.
I have lots of weird stuff like that. stuff that's not so funny anymore, like Hansi, the girl who loved the swastika.
Yes, which we should grade, and we're going to do that this year.
Man.
Well,
I got my pile of stuff to be graded.
We got to do that.
I don't know when that's going to happen.
No, well, last time when this year, and I think they're doing it next year, is they're going to do the grading, and you're going to be able to bring it there and get it back that day. Not the day, but
yeah,
we did that this past time.
Yeah, I should bring the stuff and see what happens. Maybe I get around to it, maybe I don't. But
even if you get a couple bucks thrown at your way, just like, again, more of the high end stuff, just to make it go away. That's the moniker.
I'm old enough now that like sometimes I walk in here and I'm like, just if anything happens to me, just call Mark and Steve. Because this looks like junk to you.
Yeah,
I'm
just scared Mimi's gonna dump all the challenge coins into a bucket, and then it's like, you know what I mean? She
I know there are 5 Tron coins in here somewhere.
Right,
son of a bitch, Mimi.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
So please don't drop that in the Salvation Army bucket in front of Safeway. Please.
Oh,
too funny,
making me look around.
Yeah.
Just because the replicas are so good, right? People are going to think that's a lot of money, but then there's some piece of shit, this is the last Magic 8 Ball they made or something that is going to be $1 billion, and only you and Mark have an idea about that. Even Walker doesn't.
It's fascinating. It's fascinating the rabbit holes you have to go down to like educate yourself on stuff. That's the part that I've realized, I think that's the more fun part for me with a lot of this stuff.
It's like I love walking around Dirt Mall with you.
Yeah, it's like I mean, like the fact.
Oh wait, is that Texas Instruments 135? We need that for the lightsaber.
That's for the lightsaber. Like, no one knows what this is. Exactly that. Like the stuff we collectively find randomly is just so phenomenal. Like
anyway. So that's the experience we want to bring to people. Just come see us in our little town, right?
Right.
Or little
store front,
our little booth. Well, we can't do the whole 20 feet because Ken's already
he's okay. That's good.
And that's a Mimi issue, so I stay out of that.
Well, I think you know what it is. I think
maybe that whole side table though.
Well, we've evolved it to the sense where we do the 2 racks on that side, and then what we did this year is we did the 2 racks for about 2 days, and then we pulled down the 1 rack.
Right.
And then that one area was that. So maybe instead we just do the 1 rack, and then that little portion is. What do we figure it out?
I'm not really sure. I'm trying to think. We can leave the front the same.
Yeah.
But maybe if we just get another like shoebox there and something that like is tall, like 2 feet tall for each end of the table to bring people's eyes or put something on or a sign or something. Well, this is business, man. We should do this later. Let's go. Back to Todd.
There you go,
Peter David.
Well, let him know when he wants to. Like, our goal of this business adventure is to make stuff go away. So if you want to help, if you want to make it go away, let us know. That's
damn. It's too bad that we had that thought so close to Christmas. I couldn't arrange this, but you need some kind of elaborate neon sign or something carved wood if you want to go the other way, technology nature, that just says make this go away.
Make this go away. I could probably. It's funny. My buddy,
help me make this go away.
Yes, my buddy Chris.
That's what you say, but
yeah, help me make this go away.
Yeah.
I think my actual name on eBay is. Oh no, is it help make this go away?
Help me. See, that works. That's awesome.
Anyway, no, I was gonna say my buddy who does all the video arcade machines. He's actually he's doing an apprenticeship. He's learning how to bend and do neon signs.
Oh yeah,
because there's not a lot of people that know how to do that.
The actual glass ones,
or like repair them and stuff. So he's learning how to do that, which is so I'm always, as he's going through, we were just catching up like a week or 2 ago, and I was like, well, let me know when you're ready. I'll place an order for something. So
you could do an awesome near future action adventure thing where like Roadhouse, where Dylan was a famous bartender, right? A famous bouncer. Like everybody in seedy bar, oh, you're that guy. And so he's the guy who repairs the neon signs.
Oh, right.
And like
Yeah,
you know,
Baldwin.
Hollywood wants him there all the time because they're doing these period pieces. And he's like, I'm not making another fucking open sign for
Right.
Hollywood.
Right.
Dude,
massage or something, right?
I think there's a little something there.
There's a story.
I gotta talk with Walker about that. Oh yeah, and what is it? It's not exit 2222. What is it? Hot 22.
Hot 22.
Dude, I can't. I will not rest until you guys write that script.
Listen, I'll write it if he directs it. That's all I'm asking. It might be too. You know,
if Mark directs it.
No, Walker.
Oh, dude. He'll.
Then I don't have. Then that takes all the pressure off.
I'm not sure he could do it now, but by the time he arranges.
Oh yeah. Well,
like
I think I might. Sadly, I might have a little too much TNA right now, so we'll have to.
Well,
we'll have to figure that piece out.
If you're filming it, you know, you got to be 21.
Yes, true.
That's it's not like he hasn't seen the boobies.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's a good way to. Yep, young women in bikini. Yep, exactly. That is a good way to.
She used to wear the spacesuit, man. I could never get over that. She was like, I guess we're doing this comics thing because he's my husband, but she threw herself into it. It was amazing marketing. The day she got up at 5 a.m. to put the spacesuit on to go do the morning
on the
show.
News, right? Yeah, I was gonna say on the news. Yeah,
the San Diego. They always do their morning news shows. Always do all week long bits on the show. And so on July 20th, it makes all the sense in the world to have a cute girl in a spacesuit. Anyway,
I love it.
Yeah, she knows.
Well, we're past 5, so I was want to be respectful of your time, but
you know me.
Yeah,
I'd talk to you all night long.
Yeah, same.
Hey, Steve. We'll finish on that Lego conversation tomorrow.
Well, as I say to you a million times, I'll be chatting with you in 20 minutes as soon as we're done here anyway. But
Walker said that to his buddy Pardo, expecting that was just like a phrase everyone knows.
And
it's just me and Mark and Steve, man. Maybe the loose association of like-minded individuals.
Yes. Well, Walker is well in that realm too. So
he is now, yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, I'm gonna bounce and go be dad, but say hi to Memes and
and back at you.
And I'll chat with you in 25 minutes probably.
See you on the internet.
Yeah, see you on the internet. Thanks everyone for listening to us talk about selling collectibles and the post office.
And the post office. This is a great one.
Yeah, this is funny.
It's Hunter Farrington's birthday.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Happy birthday. Yeah, there you go.
You see the thumbnails? It's hilarious.
Oh, I'll hit him up online. That's awesome.
Right.
Later, Larry.
Thanks, everybody. See you, Todd.